Alright. So to understand the fifths, I think the most important thing to understand fully is BEADGCF, and the way you can remember it is BEAD, greatest common factor. So just drive that into your head. BEAD, greatest common factor, BEADGCF. Now, the reason this is so important is because it's going to tell you the order of flats. You might be thinking, well, what does that mean? Well, if you go over here to the circle, let's just say, for example, C major, F major, and B flat major. Now, let's say you just know F major has one flat and B flat major has two flats. So you can remember that, but what is that going to get you? Okay, F major has one flat, B flat major has two flats, but which notes are flat? Well, that's where B, greatest common factor, comes in. BEADGCF. Now, to know which notes are flat, and let's say you already know the number, all you have to do is count from B to the right, left to right. So the first one's B, so that's going to be the first flat. So let's say F has one flat, one note, first note, B. So F major has one B flat in it. And I mean flat is because, scales work off the, you go up alphabetically till you reach, G, and it goes back to A, there's no H. So let's write this down. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, all the way back to F. So F major is going to have one flat, and because of BEAD greatest common factor, you know that that flat's going to be B flat. So this scale is F major. That's how you figure that out. Now let's go to B flat. B flat has two flats, so count one, B, and then E. So B flat major has B flat and E flat. So let's write this down. B flat major, B, go up alphabetically in the scale, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Now, because for this, B and E, for B greatest common factor, it's going to be B flat and E flat. So you add E flat, and that's B flat major. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A. That's what it means by order of flats. Now, what about sharps? Well, sharps is going to be F, C, G, D, A, E, B. And if you pay attention, it's just B greatest common factor, but reversed, B, E, A, D, G, C, F, F, C, G, D, A, E, B. So, order of sharps, easy to remember as well, because it's just B greatest common factor, but reversed. So you just have to remember that. It's the order of sharps. So let's take C major, G major, and D major, for example. Now let's say you remember G major has one sharp, D major has two sharps, and C major has no sharps or flats. Ouch. Well, same thing, kind of. You count starting from F to right. So G major, you count from F, one sharp. So that's it. It has one F sharp. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F. This is going to be sharp, and that this is going to be G major. D major, let's write this down, E, F, G, A, B, C, is going to have two sharps, and knowing from the order of sharps, which is B greatest common factor but reverse, F, C, G, D, A, E, B, it's going to have F sharp and C sharp. This is going to be D major. So that's the way to remember that. Now, so sure, what notes are sharp or flat for order of flats and B flat major scales. Scales with flats, and the order of sharps, which notes are going to be sharp for scales with sharps in them. But how do you know how many sharps a key has, I should say? Well, you also go back to B, the greatest common factor. So let's say you start from C. Because C, one of the things you're going to have to remember is just C has no sharps or flats. Just drive that into your head. And you want to go to let's say you want to find the scales that have sharps in them. Well, you go for the order of sharps. So this one, you start from C, and then you go to the right again. So the next one is G. So G major is going to have 1 sharp because it's the next one over. Get it? Let's go again. After G, it's going to be D in the order of sharps. So D is going to have the 2 sharps. What's going to have 3 sharps? Well, go again, count again. D to A. A is going to have the 3 sharps. A to E. E is going to have 4 sharps. E to B. B is going to have 5 sharps. And you know what notes are going to be sharp by the same thing, just starting from F all the time. So when you want to find out how many sharps, you're going to start from C, go all the way down. But when you want to find out what notes are sharp, you start from F to the right. So let's just take B major, for example. Again, B, 5 sharps, so count. F, C, G, D, A. B major is going to have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. So you know that. Now let's say you want to find the flat scales. Well, starting from C again, you're going to go to it's written to the left. So just write it that way. I'm just going to write it that way. Because all the circle of fifths you're going to see is going to be like kind of like this. Start from the left. You want to go for the order of flats, which is B, the greatest common factor. Start from C. Go to F. So F major is going to have 1 flat. Keep going. Now, when you reach the end, you just start all the way back from the beginning. So after F is B. B flat major. So after you go to F, they're going to start being flats. There's no F flat major though. I mean, there is, but we would just call it E major because F flat is the same note as E, in harmonic equivalence. So yeah, so F's going to be it's not going to be F flat major, but after that it is going to be the flat versions of the notes. So B flat major is going to have 2 flats. After B, it's E. E flat major is going to have 3 flats, and all the way down again. A flat major is going to have 4 flats because it's the next one over. After A, it's going to be D. D flat major has 5 flats. Then here's where it gets kind of complicated. You're going to reach F sharp and G flat. Now this kind of breaks the whole pattern, kind of. So it's just going to have to be the easiest way is just to kind of just have to remember it, guys. Sorry, bad teacher, I know, but I'm just trying to do the simplest way that you understand, and I think the easiest way is just going to have to be remembering that C major has no sharps or flats, and F sharp major has 6 sharps, G flat major has 6 flats. Now, why do we group these two together? Because, again, F sharp is the same note as G flat. Look, I'll even show you an example. Pretend this is a keyboard. G is going to be here, F is going to be here, alphabetically to the right. So G flat is just going to be to this same black key. F sharp is going to go up to the same black key. So you see they're both the same note, they're both the same key on the keyboard. So they're both the same scale. Sure, G flat major has 6 flats and F sharp major has 6 sharps, but it all ends up being the same scale, if you get what I mean. Even if you don't, you'll get it eventually. It's the same scale, just know that. So, yeah, you're just gonna have to remember that this F sharp has 6 sharps. But that's it. Just remember this, and using the order of flats and the order of sharps, you're gonna find out all these other ones. So let's use it right now. Let's create a new circle, if you will. Starting from C, remember, ending, the other end is gonna have G flat and F sharp major. This is gonna have 6 flats, 6 sharps, 0 sharps or flats. Let's go. So sharps. Go to the order of sharps. F, C, G, D, A, E, B. Okay. Start from C. Next one G. G. Next one D. Next one A. Next one E. Next one B. That's it. 1, 2 sharps, 3 sharps, 4 sharps. Yep, 4 sharps. I got there. Erase these 6. It's taking up space. 4 sharps, 5 sharps. That's it. Sharps. You got to remember this is the order of sharps. B greatest common factor is for flats, and that reverse is for sharps. So just remember, if you remember one, you remember the other. How to remember this though, because B greatest common factor, BEADGCF is a lot easier to remember, I think. English. BEAD. Anywho, so we got the sharps down all the way to reach this F sharp major. Then you're gonna want to go. Well, you can go 7 sharps. Here, why don't we do this right now? 7 sharps. That's the maximum amount of sharps. It's gonna be called C sharp major. Now you might be thinking, what? How does that make any sense? That's not the order of the sharps. Well, you're gonna have to separate this. But there's even an easier way to remember C sharp major and C flat major. Here it is. So you're just gonna have to remember C major has 0 sharps, 0 flats. C sharp major, ouch, is going to have all the notes sharp. C flat major is going to have all the notes flat. So think of it like this. C major, none of the notes are sharp or flat. C sharp major, all the notes are sharp. C flat major, all the notes are flat. There's 7 notes. So that's going to be an easy way to remember that. So now, flat time, starting from this side, go with B greatest common factor, start with C, next one F, next one B, flat. Remember, after F, they're going to start being flats for the flat scales. B, after B, it's E flat. After E flat, it's A flat major. After A, it's D, so D flat major. And you know, G flat major is going to be the 6 flats that you have to remember on your own. So, oh wait, let's go to 7 flats. Yeah, it's getting a little crowded. 7 flats, C flat major. So like, and you remember C flat major is all the notes flat, 7 notes. So it's gonna have B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. You know, easy thing to remember. I think the way I showed you, not trying to, you know, to my own horn or anything, but I think this is a pretty good way to explain it. Anyways, that aside, so you might be wondering why B major is the same as C flat major. Again, C flat is the same note as B. You know, you're gonna get, it's that kind of controversial in the music community. They'd be like, no, it's different. It's the same scale though, even though they might not be the exact same note. But that's just gonna confuse you maybe. So just remember, it's the same scale, same note on the keyboard. Anywho, so 1 flat, F major is gonna have 1 flat, B flat major is gonna have 2 flats, E flat major is gonna have 3 flats, A flat major is gonna have 4 flats, D flat major is gonna have 5 flats. And this is it. And you know the keys, and you know which notes are gonna be flat or sharp by, again, B greatest common factor, or F C G D A B, starting from left to right. So let's take a random scale, E flat major. 3 flats. You're gonna know that because you're gonna know E flat major has 3 flats, because starting from C in the order of flats, well, 1 flat, 2 flat, 3 flat. It's the third one to the right after moving from C, which has 0 sharps or flats. So E flat has 3 flats. Which notes are flat? Well, again, order of flats, starting from left to right. B, E, A. So E flat major is gonna have B flat, E flat, and A flat. And you can do that for each one of these, as long as you know that as long as you know the order of flats and the order of sharps. So you know which one to use. And that's pretty much it. The circle of fifths. It's easy, guys. Even though I might have not explained it the best way, you should still see the pattern. Remember, these are very important, and I show you how to use these to remember this. Yeah, if you want another part for the minor scales, I can make that